So I need a male to male BSP quarter fitting. I think it is. I have a tap. I have a piece of brass. Obviously I've got the bits to screw in over end because that's what I want them for. A square ER40 collet block holder. That is so I can put a square on the bit of brass. So I'm set up with a mill, got my vice in. So I'm going to square this off first of all. It's probably got a hole in it, but I'm going to square this off so I've got something to grip it with. Then I'm going to put it in the lathe, bore a larger hole in it and machine thread. So I've got it all set up in the mill, in the block, everything's tightened down. So I've got, it's a 1/2 inch BSP thread, and that works out at 12.7 mil, and this is a 19 something odd, can't remember now, but either I've got 6.4 millimeters spare overall, so I really don't want to be taking off more than a couple of millimeters each side, so I don't know how much of a flat I'm going to get on this, but we'll see. That'll leave me with a good meal of material over and above the thread. Before anybody says anything, it's only low pressure. So I'm just going to start up and then touch off, and then what we'll do is I'll go down 2 mil and do a cut straight across. Doing 1 mil past just in case, but it should be okay. It's 2 mil. Actually just leave it deeper than I thought it would do. I'll just put it straight at 2 mil this time. That's put a decent flat on that. Pleased with that actually. I'm rather pleased with that. It's put a decent flat on it actually. Better than I thought it would do, but it looks good. So over to the lathe. Okay, so as this is a tapered thread, so that's BSPT, it's a 7/16 drill bit. In the lathe, I'm only going to be able to put a taper in one side. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is part that off a bit longer than I wanted to, turn it round, do it the other side. Right, I'm going to try this at a feed rate at 0.0122. That's what it works out at. And on my Warco, that is in gears P, B, D and S. Right, so we'll see what happens then. Again, 460 RPM. Well, that works quite well. So I'm going to drill it out a bit more. What I should have done though is tapped it before I took it out. Okay, 70 RPM. So there we have it. Just got to do a bit of deburring on it. And they're really quite nice threads. Well, test fit showed up that I really didn't thread it in far enough. Not that it was going to go any further in the lathe, or at least in the chuck. But what I've done is I've put a tap in, and I've got the chuck, or I've got the gear in neutral at the moment. So I haven't got this resting on the bed, it's resting on the carriage, and I'm just going to thread it in by hand. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's good, that'll do me fine. Lovely. So there you go, little fitting. That looks pretty good actually, I'm quite pleased with that. Simple little job. Although I made it look difficult, as I do. But that was the first time I've actually done a tapered thread, thinking about it, in all my years, believe it or not. But there you go. So that's the fitting it's going to be going on to, and then we're going on to another one on the other end, obviously. That was the whole point, was it not? So there we go. Nice little job. Hopefully this will be a short little video when I've done it. Please subscribe, it helps a great deal. I don't get any income from it, but it's good to see numbers, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.